Welcome back. It's been a minute. I hope you're well. I hope you and your family are well. Well, it's flu season. And nothing warms the soul better than some chicken and rice soup from scratch. So let's go over the ingredients today. I promise you, you're going to write me about this one. It's delicious. So we're going to have half a stick of unsalted butter. We also are going to do a 1/4 cup of olive oil. We're also going to do 1 small onion chopped. Also 2 cups of carrots chopped. We're going to do 3 cups of celery. So it's really equivalent to 3 stalks of celery. We're going to chop these up real nice, get those going. 2 tablespoons of garlic. Now, we're not doing minced garlic. We're going to do granulated garlic. It will mix better with your soup, and it will absolutely kick the flavor. So you want to do that. All right. Then low sodium chicken stock. You're going to need 2 containers, 32 ounces each. Make sure it's low sodium because you don't want your soup salty. All right. Then I did cheat. I went and purchased a cooked rotisserie chicken. Lord have mercy. When I tell you that this chicken is going to light this soup up, so we're going to shred it up real nicely and put that in there. Also, you're going to need a 1/4 cup of parsley. You're also going to need 2 cups of rice, and I cook with brown rice. It's better for you, not all that starch in there. And so also the last thing you'll need are a couple bay leaves, which are going to really give your soup great flavor. So those are all the ingredients. They're written there in the recipe. Are you ready? Let's do this. All right, all of our ingredients are done. Everything's chopped up and prepared. So in the pan, we have our olive oil and our butter. Our butter is melting, and then we're going to stir those two together. Now, we're going to add our onions. And remember, all of the measurements are right there in the recipe. I'm going to add our onions. I'm going to stir them up for a few minutes. You want them to become translucent. Then we're going to add our carrots. Lastly, we're going to add our celery. So at this point, I'm going to pick up the whole cutting board as everyone's going in. Ooh, this smells wonderful. Let that saute a few minutes. Wonderful. Can you see it? So you're going to let that cook for a few moments. You want to let them get nice and translucent. Now your carrots are going to take a little longer, but it's okay. They'll soften up later. Your celery and onions almost immediately. Everything's all chopped up now. There's our chicken. All right. So let that cook for a little bit, and now we're going to add our 2 tablespoons of garlic. Remember, not minced, but granulated. It'll mix much better. There's 1. And tablespoon number 2. And we just want to stir that around nicely. Let those flavors get in there. Now we're going to add our low sodium chicken stock. You're just going to pour. use low sodium because soup rather tends to be salty. You really don't want it salty because you don't want that to cause high blood pressure or anything else to go wrong in your body. So you want to try to keep your food as low sodium as possible. Now, once it's finished, you can add a little salt to it, but at least you won't have salt on top of salt on top of salt. So there, now we have our wonderful chicken stock in place. We're going to blend that just a little bit. Look at that, it looks good already. Yum! Now we're going to add our 1/4 cup of parsley. You know, I think parsley belongs on everything. But look at that. It just adds such a beautiful kick to our already beautiful stock. All right. Now we're going to add our chicken. Now, as you can see, I took that rotisserie chicken and shredded it up nicely. Look at that. Yeah. This is good eating, y'all. So we're going to add all the chicken there. And now we're going to let that cook just for a few moments. We want to let it start boiling. So we'll be right back. So the last thing we're going to add, now that we've added the parsley, the chicken, we're going to add 2 bay leaves for flavor. We're going to let this cook for 15 minutes. Take a look. Isn't that pretty? See, everyone's getting all nice and blended. So we're going to let that cook for 15 minutes. And then we're going to add our rice. I wish you could smell this. Oh, it's so wonderful. So our ingredients have made friends with one another. They're blending beautifully. So our last step is to pour in the rice. Stir that around nicely. And you're going to let this cook for about 30 minutes. So once your rice is done, you will literally have a fresh pot of chicken and rice soup. So let's let that cook for 30 minutes and we'll see the end result. All right, so it's been 30 minutes. Come close, come close, come close. Look at that. Our rice is just about done. Look at that. Beautiful pot. Chicken and rice soup from scratch. Now the last 2 ingredients we're going to add are some salt and pepper. I'm using Mediterranean sea salt. I'm just going to sprinkle. And some nice coarse ground black pepper. So salt and pepper are basic ingredients. They add so much to any dish. But there we go. Look at this amazing pot of chicken and rice soup. All ready to eat. Try it out. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know how yours turns out. Bon appetit.